Hello and welcome once again to United Promotions' continuing series of software tutorials, this one covering the ROES system. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the options that are available in the ROES program and also some of the options that are available on some of the products that we offer. So let's bring up our ROES program. We've chosen to use Sports ROES today. The biggest reason is because we have many more products with options on them in the sports program than we do in regular UPI Lab ROES. So it just makes more sense to use that. Let's talk a little bit about some of the options that are available within the program. If we come over here next to this little check mark and click, you can see that we have 5 different options that are available. These are available both in Sports ROES and regular UPI Lab ROES. You have Hold Crop, Hold Images, Hold Options, Auto Rotate, and Hold Quantity. Of these, the only one that might stay on continuously would be Auto Rotate, and again, that is dependent upon how your images are loaded into the program. Some people may need this on continuously, some folks don't ever use it at all. So let's open up a product. We'll open up an 8x10. And let's say, for instance, we photographed the team, and I know some of you have crop marks or registration marks in your camera where you keep the head height the same on all of your images. So in a case like that, I could come down here and say Hold Crop. I could drag my first image into the product, and let's say this is the crop that I decided I wanted. So I hit Add Order. Now I bring in my next image, and you see the crop matches very closely. So again, you want to make sure that to be able to use this particular option, that all the images are shot or at least loaded into rows with very close to the same amount of head space and head size and so forth. If they're close, then the program will be able to approximate the same crops, and you don't have to crop every single image. So let's take that off. Let's open one of our specialty sports products. We'll open an 8x10 GroupMate. Now here on this product, you can see we have lots of different options on this product. You have Team Color 1, Team Color 2, which basically means this pane right here will change colors and this will change colors. The idea is to match the color, or at least approximate the color, of the team that you're building or working on at the time. You can also change the text color, which the default is white. You see white on all these. And you can change a stroke. All of these products, or not all these products, but this particular product, all of these fields have a stroke around the text. That's to help the text stand out on either light or dark colors without having to worry about the text bleeding in or blending into a light or dark color. The reason you see a box, a black box in this case, which is the default stroke color, around each of these text fields is because ROES is not capable of displaying a stroke on its own. So our products have a box around it so that when you change the color of the stroke, you can see what color you've changed it to. Generally, when you put stroke on text, you want to pick a text color and a stroke color that contrast each other. So you wouldn't pick dark blue and dark blue, or black and black. You would pick black and white, dark blue and red, dark blue and yellow. Usually light colors and dark colors mix together well, so again, the idea is for them to stand out rather than blend in. So let's do some real quick. We can change first team color to dark green, and we'll change the second one to orange. So there's my team colors. Now I can do pretty much the same with my text, or I could do something different. I could make the text orange, and then I could make my stroke dark green. And then I would simply drag my images in. Well, I don't have a group, but we'll just slide this in here, pretend that's a group. And once I get everything where I want it, I could add it to order. But let's say I had a whole team that I was doing, or maybe several teams. Maybe I had a JV and a varsity that had 100 kids in it, 100 subjects in it. Then I could come down to my options, and I could click hold options, and then it's going to hold the color for this particular product. So let's say I'm done. I'm going to add to order. I have. Alright, so I'm done with it for now. I can come back to my sport and event units. I could open up another 8x10. Slide this gentleman in there. Add to order. Okay, now I have another group mate to do, so I come back to my specialty sports, click on my 8x10 group mate, and you see it held the colors, so I don't have to go back and redo the colors again. I can just grab my images and keep on going. So it's very handy to have when you have quantities of things to do. You have quantities of items. I'm going to order 50 or 60 group mates. Then I could turn that on and hold those options. As long as I'm not doing teams that have different team colors, it works very well. I can also do all of the group mates at one time for this particular team, then uncheck my hold colors, change them, recheck my hold options, I should say, go ahead and change my my colors, and then go back and click the hold options again so that it holds it for the new set. So one of the other things that seems to confuse customers within the program is that when you see text within ROES, you need to do something with that text. I'll change my text color back to black and white here. Oops. Let's change that one to gray. So if I were to send this in, if I put two images in here, just like that, and let's say my team colors were red and gray for this one. If I were to hit add to order now and send this to the lab, when this prints, I'm going to get a group mate that says 2014 Team League full name, which I'm sure is not what anybody wants, except unless you're doing samples, you may leave it that way then, just so your viewers know that they can put a team name, a league name, and a full name and a year in it. But obviously if you're building a job, you don't want your prints to come out saying team, league, and full name. So if you're using this product in ROES, or if you're using any product in ROES that has an editable text field, editable meaning you can click on it and change it, If you're not going to use these, you would click on it and hit backspace, and that clears the text. So you don't have to use any of these, but if you're not going to use these, then you have to clear the text out of them. If you don't, whatever you see in those text boxes will be on your prints. Now, the black boxes here, again, do not print. This is just showing you what color the stroke would be if you had text. Since you don't have any, you won't see these or these black boxes on your final print. This will all be just gray and red and whatever graphics are behind these. So again, any product that has text on it that is editable, that means you can click on it and you can change it. It's up to you to clear those fields and type in the text that you would like, or clear those fields and type nothing in them. Let's try one more. Let's bring up a trader card. So again, with the trader card, bring my images in. It fills both of these, front side, back side. I have my options here. I can change my colors. I can even put a graphic on it. Let's say it's baseball. I can come down here, click baseball, and you see it puts a baseball on it. Or if it was football, I could click football, and it puts a football on it. Okay, so you can change these cards specifically by using different graphics. Here's a lacrosse, which is hard to see behind there, but it's there. Golf, you get a golf ball. Or you don't have to use any of those. If you don't want to put a graphic on it, you don't have to. So again, once we get it ready, all of these text fields are editable. So, do you want it to say sport? Probably not. So you would type in baseball, or you would clear that, whichever one you want. Full name, again, if you're going to put names on it, then here's where you would type the full name, or you could just type a first name if that's all you wanted to do, or a last name if that's all you wanted to do. But you would have to type something or clear the field. Same thing here. You put the jersey number or uniform number in, or you can put nothing in. But you must do something with that one, or if you don't, you're going to get the number sign. Down here you have age, height, weight, position, team, league, town, coach. Do you have to use all these? No, you don't. You can click here, and let's say I'm not going to put hometown and coach. I can come down here and take town. Take it out. So now I'm only going to have age, height, weight, position, team, and league. And then I would simply come in and type whatever I was going to type. Oops. Once I type my text in, what you don't want to do is hit the enter key. It's a habit we all get into when we're finished typing something. We hit enter, so we go to the next line. In ROES, when you hit enter, you shrink your text. So if I hit the enter key now, see how my text gets smaller? If I hit it again, it gets smaller. And where you hit it, the smaller it gets. So you don't want to hit the enter key in ROES unless you have to go to the next line of text. In that case, you have to hit the enter key. But your text is going to shrink in any case. If you make more than one line, it has to. You have a finite size box and you're typing text into it. The more text you type, the smaller the text has to get. So again, you don't want to hit the enter key when you're typing in rows. So you would type in what you want and then just click away from it, and that way you won't shrink your text. You'll also notice in rows on certain products, for instance trader cards, the quantity that you get is equal to the total amount of sheets that it takes. So for instance, trader cards come in sheets of 4. So to get 8 trader cards, you need 2 sets. 2 full sheets, because you have a front and a back side. So if you put 4 of these up on an 8x10, that's only 4 cards. If I were to order 12, this number would say 3, and if I were to order 16, the number would say 4. So you're not actually ordering 2 sets of 8, you're ordering 2 sets of 4, or 3 sets of 4, or 4 sets of 4, which can be confusing. Alright, well that concludes this particular video. We will be doing others, and we look forward to hearing from you and working with you. Thanks very much.